At Bank of America Stadium are cleaning up and getting ready for one more big Copa America match, which is set for Saturday night. Just last night, though, Colombia beat Uruguay 1-0 in the Copa America semifinals. But it's not just the outcome that has people talking.
Yeah, there were so many fans there. Well, WBTV is asking more questions after a tense brawl between players and fans after last night's match. Take a look here. Players from the Uruguayan team could be seen climbing into the stands at Bank of America Stadium. You can see that brawl between players and fans play out in the video. And now the governing body for Copa America has responded. And our Mary Calkins is live outside the stadium. Mary, do we know if there were any injuries or arrests after the brawl?
Yeah, Mary, according to CMPD, no arrests have been made as a result of that brawl, and so far no injuries have been reported. Now, as you saw in that video, security guards, they made their way in to try to break up this fight, but it actually took more than 10 minutes to get it under control. And I do want to put that video back on your screen so you can see that fight as it unfolds. You see people throwing drinks and punches. We have reached out to Bank of America personnel to see if they can confirm whether there were any injuries, as the stadium has its own medical team. And we are waiting to hear back from them, and right now it's also unclear if team members involved in the fight will be sanctioned. Now, what we do know is that the organization that oversees Copa America putting out a statement saying it strongly condemns any act of violence that affects football. They say, quote, "Our work is based on the conviction that soccer connects and unites us through its positive values. There is no place for intolerance and violence on or off the field. We invite everyone in the remaining days to pour all their passion into cheering on their national teams and having an unforgettable party." Now, we have confirmed 2 police reports were filed for assault following the following the match. But again, those were unrelated to that brawl that you saw unfold in the stands. Again, we are waiting to find out if any players involved will face any sanctions as a result of this brawl. Now, here on Saturday at Bank of America Stadium, we know Canada will face off for 3rd place. That game, Canada against Uruguay. And then in Miami, that's where Argentina and Colombia will compete for the championship. For now, reporting live in Uptown Charlotte, Mary Calkins, WBTV, on your side.